Welcome back. Still here at the 4th annual Chipley Bridal Expo, executed by the Women's Club of Chipley. Executed being a term that I like to use because I'll tell you what, you don't want to cross some of these women. You want to do the right thing. They're passionate about what they do, and they do a great job. As we look around, this show is bigger and better than ever. 4th annual. Here right now with Missy Lee. Missy, is this the first one of the bridal expos in which you've participated?
Yes, sir. This is my first time.
And you're here with catering, with all kinds of good-looking stuff to eat behind us. Talk a little bit about what you're offering today.
Okay. My catering company is called Missy Lee Catering, and we are new.
Let me interrupt you. How did you come up with that name?
That's my name.
All right.
What better way to advertise? But I'm out of Chipley and Bonifay area. Can go out further than that, but that's where I live. From Panama City, moved up here. But I have got everything from appetizer type food to full meal. Today I have like ham dip with crackers. I have a firecracker. Different things.
What is the firecracker?
Well, that's kind of a secret now, Paul. But it's a saltine cracker with lots of different spices on it. It's homemade. Got it from a friend of mine, the idea.
But it's spicy.
It is spicy.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
That's where the hot comes from.
That's where the hot comes from. I have mini Reuben sandwiches. I have red velvet shooters, non-alcoholic, but it's a red velvet shooter, red velvet cake with homemade cream cheese icing on top. And I have some chocolate toffee cake also.
I wasn't hungry until just a couple seconds ago. And you're allowing people to actually sample your food out here. What better way to get the word out and to attract the attention? Now, this is is billed as the Bridal Expo, but as we point out in the TV and radio commercials and in the print collateral, it's all about special events, not just necessarily weddings. What part of your business is made up by the wedding industry?
What part of my business is made? Well, catering different weddings. Obviously, everyone is looking for a local caterer to just serve some good homemade food at their wedding.
But what percentage of your business is weddings versus just other events?
Honestly, only maybe not even half is wedding. Honestly, the rest of it is different gatherings. Christmas parties are every year at Christmas, very busy. But birthday parties and baby showers are also big, yes.
Wow, and obviously chick events, for lack of a better term, and lots of women, and what goes better with those events than something good to eat? Super Bowl today. Do you do Super Bowl parties, or have you missed out on any by being here today?
I have not done a Super Bowl party, but I am going to do one for my family tonight. Okay. We will.
And as we pointed out, the game this year moved to 7 p.m. Just for this show, actually. They realized that not enough people were coming to the Bridal Expo that ends at 4, so they moved the Super Bowl to a later date at 7, and that works out really good for us.
Lucky us women, right? We're more important, right?
Well, Missy, thank you for being here today. Thanks for participating. So far, I know we just opened up, but so far, what are your feelings about being here?
I've gotten a lot of good results. I have good homemade cooking, just from scratch, nothing fancy, but I'm going to do a good job at whatever it is I do. I feel like this is my calling, so I have had a lot of people tell me that the food tastes really, really good and really homemade. So my main goal is just to let people know that I'm here local, because we don't have any other local caterers here, so thank you very much.
Yeah, and that's interesting. You are the only caterer in Chipley at this point?
As far as I know, there are no other caterers. I know that there are caterers who come to the area, but from what I understand, I am the only caterer in Chipley, Bonifay area.
Wow, very cool. Now, do you do full meals in addition to your appetizers and finger food?
Absolutely. Specialize in herb roasted pork and oven roasted potatoes.
Wow, very cool. Well, do you have a website, or if somebody wants to know more about your business, how can I find out?
Facebook, Missy Lee Catering on Facebook.
Missy Lee Catering on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Well, Missy, again, thanks for being here today. Hopefully you're going to do well. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day out there, and hopefully we're going to have a bumper crop in here of participants. In the past, we've had as many as 50 brides at this show. That's pretty strong, so hopefully we'll do that again. Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You're watching Real Florida Magazine, and if you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the show, or maybe there's something you'd like to see featured, just give us a call, drop us an email, or visit our website at realfloridamagazine.org. We'll be right back with more from Real Florida Magazine.
Welcome to the people, events, and business of the Real Florida. Real Florida Magazine highlights the pristine, unspoiled Florida. From special events to businesses to just getting away from it all. Real Florida Magazine offers a taste of the real Florida, the way it's supposed to be. Now available free of charge almost everywhere. So take a deep breath, relax, and get back to what's important. Check us out at realfloridamagazine.org. We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back. Right now at the 4th annual Chipley Bridal Show here in Chipley, Florida. Lots of activity around us. People are just putting on the final touches on their displays. It's Super Bowl Sunday. That's always been a challenge to this event, but the event's from 1 to 4 and over several hours before the event kicks off. Right now here at Graceful Beginnings, we've got a first-time vendor here today. Talk a little bit about your business. Introduce yourself, first of all, and tell us how you found out about this event and what your expectations are today.
Well, my name is Gay Schote, and I'm the owner of Graceful Beginnings, and that's a wedding coordination, planning, and consulting business. I'm a certified wedding planner and also a member of the Association of Bridal Consultants and Wiregrass Wedding Professionals.
Wow. Well, and let me interrupt you right there. I had no idea that there was such an association. So there's accreditation, there's certification,
Yes.
There's a certain bona fides that go along with that.
Yes, we have to be recertified every year by attending workshops and gaining several hours of education.
So continuing education units.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, as somebody who has 3 ex-wives, I'm not probably a real fond fan of what you do for a living, but thank you for being here today. This has historically been a great event.
Well, great.
Last year, we had a large number of vendors, only off by a few this year despite the economic challenges. How did you find out about the event?
Actually, one of the ladies saw my ad while they were in the doctor's office in Dothan and called and invited me to participate, and I'm really happy to be here.
I think it was 3 years ago we had 50 brides come in, probably not so many last year, but we anticipate a fairly decent crowd. What is the wedding industry doing right now? Are you seeing that there are maybe smaller weddings because of the economy? Are there maybe fewer weddings? How are we being impacted, if at all, by the economy?
Well, weddings are still going strong, and they're not getting smaller. In fact, I believe they're getting larger because we're seeing up to anywhere from 12 to 20 bridesmaids and groomsmen in each wedding. So
that's a fairly large wedding party.
Very large wedding party. We're really seeing the large ones. Yes.
Now, what is the scope of your business? How far do you travel outside of Dothan for what you do?
I will travel wherever they will want me to go.
Whatever they're willing to pay for.
Exactly.
Well, it's good to know that that part of our economy is still strong.
Yes.
And I know that that drives a lot of ancillary vendors. You've got everybody from the caterers and the bakeries to the obviously the dress manufacturer is one of the big ticket items for weddings, but then also the DJs and the wedding invitation printers. And I mean, my goodness, there must be 100 associated industries along with that wedding industry.
That's correct, yes.
Now, do you have a bunch of what you might call approved vendors with whom you work over a period of time?
Of course, in the geographical area, you'll have your favorites are the ones that are just in that area, but I love working and meeting with all vendors, and it's just a fun business to be in. My job is to make the bride's special day as less stressful as it can be.
If that's at all possible.
Yes.
Well, and so if you're in the Dothan area where you're located,
yes.
Would you have a list of vendors that you would recommend so that you know kind of going in what Bob charges to do a cake and what Mary charges for dresses, so that you've got kind of a ballpark figure? If somebody says to you, I don't have a clue, set me up, you actually have the ability to be a one-stop shop, I would imagine.
I do. I can actually get them 2 or 3 different vendors to look at so they can compare the prices and the services that the vendor offers and let them make that choice.
Well, what better option than to have that one-stop type of a facility? How many years have you been doing this?
Over 10 years.
So you've seen a lot of people get married.
Yes.
How are marriages going these days? I know that we've seen some of the statistics over the years, incredible number of divorces and breakups and so forth. Have you got a ballpark temperature check for how marriages are going these days overall?
Well, not really, but people will get married one time and maybe more than one time.
I kind of blindsided you with that question, but it is sort of an interesting dynamic in our society. It's sort of gotten to the point where marriage is a sort of throwaway. They're not sacred or sanctified like they used to be in many cases, unfortunately, and in many cases not necessary at all for some people. Well, the best of luck here today, and the best of luck for your business. You have a website if somebody wants to find out more?
Yes, it's www.graceful-beginnings.com, and I'm also on Facebook.
Okay, so again, here at the 4th Annual Chipley Bridal Expo, looking for a big crowd today. It's Super Bowl Sunday. This is a great place for the brides and their mothers and mothers-in-law, or future mothers-in-law, to come while the guy's making his favorite chicken wings, getting ready for the Super Bowl. Best of luck to you, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
You're watching Real Florida Magazine, and if you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the show, or maybe there's something you'd like to see featured, just give us a call, drop us an email, or visit our website at realfloridamagazine.org. We'll be right back with more from Real Florida Magazine.